Welcome back to the Right Way Sports Network YouTube channel. I'm your host, Aidan Maher, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down who should the Houston Rockets take second overall. Should they take Evan Mobley? Should they take Jalen Green? This has been one of the hotter debates ever since the draft lottery resided itself. But before I begin today's video, make sure you guys go download the Right Way Sports Network mobile app. Follow us on all our social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. The button's right down below. We have content coming at you guys daily. I can assure you, you don't want to miss out. But without further ado, let's get into it. I think we can all agree that Cade Cunningham is going to go first overall. So now you got the Houston Rockets sitting with the second overall pick, and they're looking at Evan Mobley and Jalen Green. Those are really their two options. Some want to say Jalen Suggs is in play, but I just don't believe he's on the same tier as those guys, and I don't think the Rockets are really considering him at 2. So again, it's down to those two guys, Evan Mobley and Jalen Green. On one hand, you got Jalen Green, who actually, surprisingly, a lot of the Rockets fans I know want him. Like, I thought Evan Mobley would be the majority. I'll just spoil it. That's the guy I think they should take, and I'll explain more in a minute. But Jalen Green is still a fantastic prospect, and as I said, a lot of Rockets fans want him. I think a majority of the Rockets fans I know, that's their guy. Jalen Green is their guy. He's the best scorer in the draft. He's one of the best athletes in the draft. He's a guy who can finish at the hoop. He's got a mid-range game. His three-point shot's a little streaky, but he's still good there, and all the indicators suggest he'll get even better and even more consistent. The questions are basically kind of everything else. In a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, his playmaking potential is there because he's going to have a ton of scoring gravity, and he's shown some improvement as a passer, mainly in the pick and roll, but he needs to expand his court vision, become a more consistent creator for others before I really say his playmaking's all there. But he has a lot of upside there. Defensively, it's the same thing. It's a weakness for him. His defense is more of a weakness than his passing and his playmaking is. Because he has such a skinny frame, and his motor is so inconsistent. He's constantly getting caught up in ball screens. And those are issues. But there's upside there because he has plenty of length. He's super athletic. Like, the upside is there for him to also be a really nice defender and playmaker. He's not just a scorer. You know, that is definitely his main attribute right now, and it probably always will be, but he has upside in those other areas. Then you have Evan Mobley. You're looking at, this is one of the best big man prospects of the decade. I think people fail to realize that just because a lot of these centers have failed recently. Take last year, for example, James Wiseman goes second overall, but don't compare James Wiseman and Evan Mobley. I was not one of those people. I ranked Wiseman 14th in last year's class, which was a lot weaker than this year's class, where I have Evan Mobley second overall. Mobley is on a whole different tier. He's, again, one of the best big men prospects of the decade. Defensively, he's near flawless. The dude is super versatile. He's one of the best big men defenders in space. I guess I don't really know how else to put it because he's super agile, super fluid hips. Like, he's great. Not only that, though, he can be a defensive anchor. He can be a rim protector. He can constantly alter shots. He has the frame necessary to be a rim protector. The only knock on him is he just lacks strength, and it hurts him on post defense. And not only is the defense awesome, the offense is too. He can finish around the rim. He's an awesome passer. He can handle the ball like no one's business for a big man. And the three-point shot is kind of a swing skill for him because it's not all there yet. He doesn't fully have the range. The free throw percentages aren't great either, but I think you kind of look at his shot and say, all right, there's potential there, and I think I'm pretty confident in him becoming, at very least, a respectable three-point shooter, but I'd honestly project him to become even better than that. So you're looking at two fantastic prospects here. These are two guys that can be a pillar for your franchise. But again, as I said, I'm going with Evan Mobley. I just believe he's the better prospect. He's a little more complete. I understand the whole never take a center over an elite guard thing. I've been on that boat. I was last year again. I did not think the Warriors should have touched Wiseman second overall. I thought there were a plethora of better prospects on the board. However, this is different. Evan Mobley is different. He is. The weaknesses I put for him, again, is strength, consistent offensive assertiveness, and rebounding. Those are really the three weaknesses that come to mind. He is amazing. He's an amazing prospect. He is. And Jalen Green is too. And I get that people want this electrifying backcourt, but don't act like Evan Mobley doesn't fit either. Because I feel like that's an act some people put on. That is not the case at all. Evan Mobley fits just fine with this Houston Rockets team. As a matter of fact, that would be a major benefit for them. Obviously, this Rockets team just needs talent. Both of these guys would provide them with that, but the Rockets desperately need a center. They do. They desperately need a rim protector. Their rim protection was awful last year. I remember just watching the Celtics play against them. That's my team. We destroyed them driving to the hoop because they had no rim protection. And you saw it all year long whenever the Rockets were on TV. You saw it all the time. Evan Mobley would totally change the course of this team. So would Jalen Green, but I feel like some people are acting like Jalen Green would, Evan Mobley not so much just because he's a center. When your center's that good and you need one that desperately, he's going to make a change. Like, Evan Mobley is going to be a pillar. So would Jalen Green. At the end of the day, these two are both studs. They're 2 and 3 on my big board. They're both awesome, but I would give the upper hand to Evan Mobley. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to think. Leave a comment down below, because this has been a really nice debate lately. Like, a lot of people, a lot more than I thought, would rather have Jalen Green than Evan Mobley. But I am on team Evan Mobley, even though I absolutely adore Jalen Green, and he wouldn't be a terrible pick there. I just have my preference, and obviously that is Evan Mobley, as I have vocalized many times. But again, make sure you guys go download the Right Way Sports Network mobile app, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our social medias. We have over 50 guys making content daily. It's awesome stuff. I can assure you don't want to miss out. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.